YouTube anyway. We were already doing this. This was just call this poem January 1st. That's when I wrote it. Working on a deadline. Wish I could have wrote this shit ahead of time, but here I am, sinking into blinking lights in my brain span, and I'm stuck as fuck. Maybe I ran out of clues or lost my muse, but deducing duly, my muse always seems to come back eventually. Sometimes too sporadically, other times practically radical in a factual evaluation of my human limitation, more my human imitation. I imitate my father's fight. I relate to fire, burning lights, high flying kites, overseeing beautiful sights, being a beautiful sight itself, all depending on your perspective, your objective, and how effective you were at being a captive. I wish I didn't act like I knew everything when I wrote, because I don't. Fuck no. I can barely believe that I can act like I know my asshole from my elbow. But I always try to learn more, try and absorb knowledge through my pores. Blessed be to the sacred spores. Scores and scores, 4 floors of spores. In fact, the things I've loved are the things I've lacked. But not to detract from the matter at hand. This matter is a matter of demand, of force and willpower from when you want to cower, when life just wants to devour you and everything you've been building to just to find more ceilings to break through. I'm a little bit too honest and a little bit too sarcastic, but I worry that I'm worried that no one will want us, and I know that's a little bit drastic, but the fact is that the spat was over before it even began. Begat the span of Clan v. Clan, the land party of drones that no one knows about. Fuck, I know my flow is broken. I suppose that's from soaking in the liquor that's got my throat choking. I know I said I wouldn't drink, but when all you do is think, it helps. And and it's always right there on the shelf, waiting for you to buy it, try it, size it up for your cup. You were just a pup when your father gave it to you. Explained to you that this is just what adults do. It's cool. We just get a little bit silly. From silly to drink spilling to brain cell killing, hoping to find a willing victim for our insecurities. When we should be cleaning our chakras of impurities, we defile them further, wondering if we serve her or if we serve mein Führer. My fatherland is a killing field. Maybe the sword I shouldn't wield, but I overthink and overfeel. What's the fucking deal? This life doesn't feel real, but I think that's the point. Nothing can stop me. I am Ra. Rant over. So this is a little bit more like an essay, kind of a channeling, if you will. I don't know. It depends on what you want to call it. It kind of turns into one at the end. Here we go. School is like getting between 200 to 2,000 mice every year. And you put them all in front of a maze. But the maze isn't the point. The maze is a distraction. They prepare the mice for life ahead by providing positive and negative reinforcement to the things that they want the mice to respond positively and negatively to. Being a bully will not garnish that much negative reinforcement, as this is somehow acceptable behavior. Fighting a bully picking on you, whether it's because you think a straight nutshot is the only way to get this prick to shut the fuck up for 3 minutes, or because this person was probably really just playing, but you were so sick of life that life went black for a few minutes. You are reprimanded to the fullest extent of authority, because none steal from the rich and get away with it. No sugar without your salty blood. These are the life lessons your public indoctrination facility wanted you to learn so badly that they made it illegal for you not to attend, unless you're one of those homeschool weirdos, which if you are, I am too. We can talk about it. All those high school memories that everybody else talks about that we never had, but you know, that's where the math got too complicated and everything got shittier and clickier. And guess what? In intelligence, life lessons, maturity, not many I have met with a high school diploma who seriously taught me in these departments. So are they any better than me? Better prepared to deal with the lies we get to filter out daily from all the bullshit that's around us? Or better prepared to be a money-making drone for the top 5%? Which is more important, dying smart or dying rich? You die either way, so how can it even really matter much? And I don't think really too much matters here. Nothing really here can influence your after-death personal ethereal experience. I mean, we're talking about an experience made of entirely of light and vibration. There is light and vibration here, but this experience is made of these series of extremely dumb physical matter experiences. Light reflects and vibrations fade, and everyone projects the light that they are made of inside, but they call it love. In that metaphor, that is what I and other greater spiritual teachers are trying to say. By loving yourself, it's more like lighting yourself. Like four mirrors arranged, one is producing the light, letting the light first hit your creativity and everything you make, from a painting to a sandwich. Let your light fill everything you create. The next is hard to describe. It's like the way you deal with static, immovable things that only require how you react to them to play into the events of the future. You should let your light fill all of the aspects of everything you have to deal with that you can't change. Thirdly is your anger. Every time you felt wronged, whether your anger or your actions henceforth were justified, to everything from not getting as much pizza as you wanted to not getting as many parrots as you wanted. This still needs to be brought out, understood, and filled more with your light. Your love needs to love your hate. And lastly, after you love all you create physically or otherwise, and love all that you hate, the light is shown back again on its source. The seed, the pure light that you pour out of you every day, is not changed by the light of the three mirrors, but the seed can finally understand where the confusion was coming from. Thank you. All right, next on the list, we have Michael. Get up to the stage, Michael.
I'm just looking for some poetic justice. Yeah. It's not all about things have to come down the way I see them. It's not nothing is going to be right till it turns out the way, my way. It's not wrong because I don't like it. I'm just looking for some poetic justice, man. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen. You don't have to sign up onto how I see it. You don't have to buy what I'm selling. I'm just looking for some poetic justice, man. When I am swimming in the shit, when I am coming up against the forces, when I'm in my heart that bleeds, I'm just looking for some poetic justice. All the crazy spun out crap, all those mixed up, nobody knows nothing. All the maybe whatever, probably vague, esoteric ramblings. I'm just looking for some poetic justice. Here we go again, and again, and again. Here we go. What it is. What it is, it is. Here we go. Now it's now. Here, now. I'm just looking for some poetic justice. So this enigma is scaring the shit out of me. So the mystery is climbing up my ass. So this illusion is frightening. I'm just looking for some poetic justice, man. How not to worry, there's a scorpion in my boot. How not to worry, my dinner isn't poison. How not to worry, somebody's going to shoot me in the head for the fun of it. I'm just looking for poetic justice, man. I found poetic justice, man. It's when nature goes to shaking us off her skin like fleas. It's when time takes the toll. It's when there's nothing to say because it's already been said. I found poetic justice, man, when the wolf is howling at the moon. When the kid looks you in the eye and tells you you're full of shit. When love trumps hate. I found true poetic justice, man. How the rain washes away all the sins. How the fire burns to purification. How the earth swallows what lays on it. I found poetic justice, man. How the baby's cry brings the mother. How the tears bring compassion. How the laughter dispels that insanity. I found poetic justice, man. You can see it, taste it, smell it when the poet is in front of you. You can hear it, feel it, sense it when the poet is in front of you. You can know it, be it, receive it when the poet is in front of you. I found poetic justice, man. I am poetic justice, man. I'm going to use a psychological thing on the house. If you have a problem with it, just say yes and no. I dug something out of the archives. We had an individual here tonight who tried to explain himself quite eloquently, but it wasn't so eloquent from where I was sitting. He still tried to say something. I'm going to say the same thing. I'm going to say it different. You can laugh if you want. If you don't laugh, or you want me off the stage, come up and pull me off the stage. The stick. The stick wants to find a place to stick it. A place to put it. Stick it. Do it. Searching high, searching low, searching to, and searching pro. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be right. It just wants to get out into the light. The stick is lonely. It's insecure. It's like a prisoner. It wants out. It wants a place to go. It wants to place first to jump. You can hardly blame the stick. It's got a mind of its own. But that's all it's ever known. So the stick waits in the darkness, withdrawn, underutilized, unrealized. Looking for a chance to expand its horizons, find new perimeters, go into its parameters. Maybe the stick could do a trick. No, that would be too quick. No, there's got to be more than that. There's a sense of longing. It wants the sense of belonging. How can the stick wait in submission, waiting for omission, a chance to go on a mission? Natural drive keeps it alive. Every day it twitches with anticipation, hoping for emancipation. The stick knows its role in creation, where it ends up in that relation. There is no blame, there is no shame, there is just a game. For the stick is just a stick looking for the place to stick.
Laughter's the best medicine.
Laughter is the best medicine. Oh, and I'm back. Thank you, Will, by the way, for jumping in there. Hey, you know, I am so grateful for you guys. Thank you for coming out. Thanks for making this happen. And also, thanks for having my back.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't a vanilla place. Don't worry. You know what I mean? You know what I mean by vanilla. You know, plain, boring, stupid, you know, not interesting. You know what I mean? Vanilla. Vanilla is good in an ice cream sandwich, but you know, you can always get the Neapolitan kind. I'm just saying. But like, the difference between that poem and the other poem is that the other poem was kind of, it's just, well, no, it was a poem. It was, here's the thing, here's something that's really important. I don't define what's poetry.
Yes, sir.
I don't. So why censor? Because, okay, heckler in the back who I'll talk to later. Here's the thing. There's a difference. And also, there's also what we're allowed to do. Look, it's a really difficult gray area. I'll say that much. It is a really difficult gray area. You know, I think it's important to be offended. I think it's very, very, very important to be offended. But it's even more important to understand why you're offended. You see? But enough about that. I'll talk more later. You know, I've done enough thinking. You know, I had to get a substitute. I cut the feed, all this. This has been a weird night, but still a good one.
It's so weird.
You know? Anyway, enough about me. Hey, Chris, come on up to the stage. Sitting, standing, laying down. I've never had anyone do that. It's like,
I really liked that last poet who went out. It opened up a new sort of perspective for me. Maybe I'll start writing poems, making fun of the other poets here. Or maybe I won't.
Yeah.
This one's called Winter Wonderland in Miniature. The sidewalk sparkles like granite, covered in frost. And I, a self-aware titan, come through. That's it. Please don't make fun of me. This one's called Frost Mold, or Out into the Night. Out at Nizite, actually. That's what I wrote. Escape into the night. Escape from underneath my laptop. I'm out. Take a turn. Go down the sidewalk. The ground frost. Mold. Like a frosty mold. Like a mold. Fuzzy like mold. But it's ice. Don't touch it. It's super fucking cold. And this one's called Ode to Orion and His Belt. Orion, Orion, Orion's belt. That's it. It's very short. This one's called Time is Money. Time passes the buck to space, and each axis of reality opens new dimensions for realty. Location, location, location. It's a real thinker, you know? This one's called Homies, and it's about my friends. I like how humans consistently add up to more than their constituent parts. That's also a thinker. Means a lot to me. This one's called The Value of Opposites, or Poem as Artifact of Joy. Let's see if I can pull it off after this shit show tonight. The Saturnalia carnival that comes every day, every night kills me. Chris, you must escape your body and the other. He is evil and profligate. There are not two. Don't be Lovely boy, just be yourself as an artifact of joy. Thank you.
Shit show? But Gigi Allen's been dead for years. Look it up. No, don't. Don't look it up. Or at least look it up on YouTube. That's where it's safe. Yes, nice and safe. Song me!
Thank you.
No, you've done it. Of
Yeah.
course. See?
I found this from Red Book of just about daily thing, what's happening at the ceremony. Well, I found this. It's kind of interesting because I saw the sky at nighttime, 2 a.m., January 2nd, 2016, and it was different. Seems like, I don't know if you guys remember, the stars are bigger, something. And I called people at 2 a.m. What do you think? Are you outside? Go outside and look at the sky. It's really weird. And my friend goes, oh, because there's no cloud. It's clear. He's like, no, it's not about that. It's just different. So I looked it up and found this. In Egypt, the performance. Yeah, you can right. In Egypt, the performance of a religious ceremony known as the Advent of Isis from Valencia occurs on this day, as does the celebration of the nativity of the goddess Inanna, Sumerian queen of heaven and earth. The perihelion of the earth also takes place every year on this date and occurs when the planet Earth reaches the point in its orbit closest to the sun. So I'm not sure if that's why I saw the lights. The sunlights are so close to me, but it was something special day. So I was just thankful. I saw the stars I've never seen before. Thank you for the sky. And this is for Sunday, next day, Sunday, 3rd of January, 4 p.m. We get pushed down to the point that it makes us feel annoyed. We get pushed down to the point that we can't enjoy anymore. To the point that we have to stand up to just normal, natural position to find the bubble space, even if the ignorance of authority might harm us. I want all the goodies. Shen, Qi, Zen, balance, harmony, and truth, true heart. With these elements, I will remain smile to my death, just for that. With these, the action of being passive, emptiness, without obsession, detachment, ever-flowing energies gather to recreate us, I will remain smile to my death for that. The goodies are so sweet, bitter to my tummy. Only thing to do this is to find a bubble space. What's right have to be said for the new 2016. Ready to die? To live as new.
My goodness. I know. Good stuff to think about. Important things, you know? It's funny, I was thinking about like Stephen King. You know, I don't know if any of you are familiar with The Dark Tower. The Dark Tower, well, the first book's called The Gunslinger, right? And the second book, it's kind of like where you take a, second book's kind of like, oh yes, all this cool stuff from the first one. Oh no, none of it's there, it's all dead. What the fuck? Craziness. My goodness. Good stuff to think on. You know, I heard you guys oming earlier.
You can blame Charles.
God, I didn't know this was a cult suddenly. No, I'm kidding. That's great. That's wonderful. This is beautiful. Anyway, we have a brand new reader. He has been coming here and observing for a few weeks, I believe. A couple of weeks. His name is Jarvis. Give him your ears.
Perfect. Lovely. All right. Hello, my name is Jarvis. On a side note, I saw on my Facebook today that Mark Zuckerberg is trying to rebuild the Jarvis computer from Iron Man to power his house. And I support his efforts. Hopefully I'll take over the world one day. But this poem I just wrote maybe 4 hours ago for this occasion. From the top of my spirits and the epiphany of my worth, fall to the touchdown of reality on this place we call Earth. My movement isn't music, because nothing moves me more than truer intentions crafted carefully into words. It's been a long time since I've jotted down a line, but a new year is rolling and this year is mine. Opportunities abound, endless potential for the now, secret affirmations to secure me the crown, because now is all I've got and all there ever is. Don't search for tomorrow unless you search for blindness. Let us build ourselves higher into what we envision and step up our character while we're still well and living. I feel it so strong, it sucks me in. It takes me to places where my love can be found. Etch these good vibes into the core of our being. It teaches me how to set myself free. What is it you want? What do you desire? Free your inhibitions. Set your soul on fire. Seize what you dream. Give way to your greatness. Intentions are powerful. Without it, we can't make it. So please ponder this poem. Please build yourself higher. And by the end of this night, I hope we can all inspire.
Here, here. Fuck yeah. Oh, there we go. Andrew. There's a very high chance that it's your turn. I mean, in fact, it is. Get on stage. What are you doing? Normally, you're right after me. But tonight, things are different. Take it away.
Man, all I gotta say about tonight is it would make great sitcom material, you know, situational comedy, all the characters of the poetry. So I'm gonna read this poem and then a series of haiku. A poem about my face. No one ever could solve these eyes, now blue, now green, now and often mostly some hue of gray, but always differing, always ambiguous. Mouth pursed with little twists at the edges, made note of as somewhat devilish. Blonde eyebrows, blonde eyelashes, and thick red hair I soon grew into. Short, it sticks straight up, but long becomes a wavy, unmanageable mane. Also darker red sideburns and chin and neck hair, generally just a lot of hair. This has not always been my face. A baby picture would not imply this as a predictable outcome, but I have become what I have become. Early 20s, many times I've pierced my face and kept a few needle through flesh, blood, pain like religious experience, seasons of healing. I dip me in sea salt water, saying, "Come, ocean, heal my face, heal this face. I am healing my face. I was healing my face. I am still healing my face." In kindergarten t-ball, I foolishly ran out to impress a girl, and a little scar from a kid's hard-billed helmet still marks the left side of my forehead. Wounds heal, but flesh scars like any of us when our faces have been twisted and contorted by certain pangs. Born beneath the sign of the lion, Leo, fire sign, I like fire, I am red. Red like passion and red like rage, red like roses and volcano lava, stop signs and blood when it touches the air, red. Red like dawn, sunrise peeking barely over the hill, red like blood, painted cannibals, red like hell. And white, pinkishly white. Not like bones and bleached laundry, but probably best resembled by some other mammals nakedly under their hair. This face, the face of an animal, given the gift of interpretation. When my eyes seem blue, this animal almost feels American. Many a morn, up all night, I've come to the mirror, saucers for pupils, but never gained power to change my face. Images cling to mind, but never match truth's reflection. Through a glass darkly, I peer to observe the appearance of my own life. I know I must make friends with this person, though boorish. He keeps brushing decaying teeth and laughing like mad. Instantly, absurdity in nihilism becomes poetic reason. Oh, transfigured face, face to face with nature mirroring, flaws blamelessly appear in plants as well as you. Thank you. Yeah. So this is a series of haiku. And if I run over time, just stop me. It's just haiku. Trees become statues in the cold, appearing dead. Life is in the roots. The orchestra likes to fidget between movements, never fully still. Q-tip in my ear wipes the wet inside edge dry, brown swab discarded. The coal burns to dust steadily in my glass pipe. The buzz kills winter. The bum finds pizza in an alleyway dumpster and smiles ear to ear. This early morning, tweakers fixing cars wave high. Gotta do something. It is cold outside, but the sun feels warm, shining through our seat's window. Cat, I can hear you, porking her, and it doesn't sound pleasurable. My hand in black pool, I lift beside the side yard as ants bite my palms. Hot soil in the sun is hard, but moist soil is found in the shade of oaks. Seeds and spores may float for miles in the air to be park flowers and shrooms. A bear eats berries, then shits the seeds on the ground. Next year, new berries. Ivy uses walls to defy gravity and almost touch the sun. Of course, an insect which survives on what is sweet dances in beehives. Smokers steal lighters from each other easy, so somewhere there's on chains. I touch my balls and smell each season's odor is very seasonal. Bell reverberates, shaking as it conjures sound. The vibration felt. Thank you.
Fuck yeah. Man. So, when's the next book coming out? Also, when's the next shower coming out? What's this I hear about you touching your balls and they each smell like different seasons?
Oh man, I showered.
I got you. You gotta wash them. Yeah, that's inappropriate. Oh shit, we're all doomed. Or are we? Well, I mean, it depends, but we're not quite to November yet, so I wouldn't worry about it. It's an election year.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Ty. I knew you were hiding back there. I actually didn't know. That was just a lucky guess. Are you sitting? You're sitting.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so this one's called Karen, Ty, Them, That, They, Them, Why. She walks in, beard neatly trimmed, looking all male and shit. She gives a smile, a checker, a cold, stern hello. I'm used to it. The challenges one feels, presenting as male, testing the boundaries of some supersonic ego in a so-called advanced technologically developed society. A stealthy bedizen of the bipedal species walking in an altered, custom-made male survival suit in a concrete and steel GMO jungle. Under her clothes lies scars, plenty of them. Scalpels, razor blades, knives, and drain tubes, all in the name of sanity. She is a gender hermaphrodite. She is a surgically, perforatedly, and physically healed human being. A physically diminished, deprocreated biological life form. A natural being living in an altered state. Thankful for the current day technologies that have contributed to save her and have preserved the body. Oh, crap. I just lost my place. Here we go. Giving her days of fun in the sun among versions of planetary life, walking among the beloved ones who sometimes smile and say, "Wanna fuck?" Sorry, I gave enough. It's been 23 years. Let's make it another 23andMe. She now moves to the neutral, a forbidden zone, breaking the treaty, fluid and dual, a violation of the man-made rules. She thinks she is next step in an evolutionary state of being. She feels a lot, cannot even comprehend, and can only imagine, and yet will never know what it is like. She is told that she is awakened from a type of unequal gender matrix. She feels like the trinities and neos of an imaginary celluloid world, molded not to grow in a machine world petri dish, but to flourish to times of fun in the shade and beards and eyeshadows. She wonders what path has in store for her. She sees visions, yet she has learned to quiet the sights of her mind and spark of the future images. Only when those images start to come into a state of alignment with current time and space, she then knows she is right where she needs to be at that moment in time. A purpose on the path of her life, to be shown by the celestial powers as if they are telling her this is where you are meant to be. She now listens to the two beings, large and powerful, scientists in a way, a type of non-angelic and demonic state, outside the normal understanding of existence. She's preparing herself. Since she has died, she now sees a distant place, a doorway in some way, a bluish bright white light. There are beings there, not fully human. They see her and she has an understanding that she knows them somehow. Like another lifetime, waiting for her. She knows her time may be short in this reality, but it is comforted by the light where they reside. The two are powerful, genderless beings who are with her. They don't speak to her. She understands them like a connection of the minds. A merging of energy to her spark, as if it makes sense, a knowing. She remembers being born. A strange place this was at first, and a memory it will be, ever so distant as she gauges and her spark moves on to time indefinite. Death eventually has to embrace her once more as she is on one last walk among you. Like many, to think she will be alone most of her living, biological, rotting, borrowed days. To just exist and give presence for others as she has been told. An imperfect bedizen bound to a body of emotional conflict. When her time comes, the two pine trees will be torn from their roots, and the eternal redwood, a symbol of eternity, will be present with the rest in the well of souls. To be an infinite abyss, to be in the infinite abyss of sparks. I give you a smile with a neatly trimmed beard and walk among you with love in my heart, celebrating my gender state, a spark awaiting its time to be with the ones who welcome me. Peace.
That was awesome. You know, I want books. You know, I'd like to hope that someday each of you write a book and give it to me, signed, so I can have it in my library and read it. Because I'm surrounded by talented individuals, and it's really fucking cool. Fuck yeah. So anyway, I've been a little distracted tonight. Someone tore apart the giraffe hat, and I really liked this. So I'm now like, maybe, yeah, it was probably the dog. Oh, Rosie. For those of you who don't know, well, you know, we have a house dog here because there's a house above here. You know, and one of the dog's names is Rosie, the other is Little Bear. They're a bit of a handful, you know, if you have giant hands. Anyway, I skipped the 4 poets of the apocalypse. We only have, you know, we're down to the last 2. Our penultimate poet and our ultimate I don't know. You know what? Maybe I should come up with some, you know, they're both penultimate, you know. I mean, you both use pens sometimes, right? Right? Mo, do you use a pen sometimes? Yeah. Jacob, do you use a pen sometimes?
Oh, sometimes.
Anyway, no, come on up here. I'm driving him crazy. You gotta take it away.
Funny, 'cause I thought you were gonna say a penultimate and then old. I thought you were gonna say old, and I was like, dude, you're not gonna call me old in front of all these people, are you? But then you said ultimate.
I thought you'd just say a penultimate and an ultimate 10.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry, you're late. No.
I'll sign the autographs later.
I want some autographs. Someday.
The dog days of summer. Love crashed through the skies and down upon us during the dog days of summer. When Sirius, the dog star, brightest next to the moon, leapt early from his bed and bounded eagerly across the heavens to kiss an unsuspecting sun. You reached for me with shaking hands, which scared us both, and the fever heated us and made us thick and unwilling to heed Homer's warning of catastrophe. We let the noise around us set fire to the songs of love, then soundlessly suffocate the flames with doubt. Summer turned to autumn, autumn, winter, and the weight of the rain choked us, shoving our faces into the too-soaked earth. To prove a useless point, we refused to raise our heads, to take a life-saving breath, and the ground swallowed us in its saturation. Yet, and this is the magic that is us, really, Orion, who wakened long before Sirius, had been secretly stalking us, keeping his arrow ever ready, and when he found our hearts at their most tender and unguarded, pulled back his loved tip arrow and struck us through and through with one killing shot. The poet tells of growing old together. I say, come, grow young with me. Lie next to me on the pillow and whisper of the days we will spend in laughter, of the nights where you cover me with your body and we will know the refuge only lovers know. Let me throw my leg over yours and twine your fingers through mine. We will say with words and without that we are making a new and glorious thing, which is ours and only ours and written in the stars when Orion and Sirius and God, of course, planned our love.
What's so funny? Plenty of things.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah, lots of stuff. Lots of shit, you know. Lots of shit. I don't know. I swear if they don't fix that hat, I'm totally gonna. I want that fabric. I want it. I could put it on stuff like my face. So, we have had a very interesting roller coaster of a night. You know, we had bumper cars. No, we didn't. That'd be difficult. That'd be cool. Bumper car poetry. Fuck yeah! It's fucking survival of the who has the car that's not broken. Because there's always one that's broken. Like every time I've gone on the bumper cars, that one time when I was like 6, I wasn't a broken one. It sucks. But you know what? That's not the important thing right now. It's just not. It's more so about Jacob. And oh, a surprise! And also Anna. Anyway, I'm gonna take this. You guys can fight about this. No, don't fight. Please, there's been too much of that. You know, especially in the one reserve with all the supposed militants. Anyway, take a seat. How are you guys gonna do this? Tell me. What's up? You want me to hand one of you the mic?
Sure. Okay. I actually have like a recording. I have a recording of me driving on the freeway.
On the freeway.
On the 405 in Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's right. You guys were in California, weren't you? How long has it been since you've been here?
I was here like the week before Christmas, but she was here maybe 2 weeks before that.
For that matter. Take it away. You heard me.
Oh,
Or get ready.
What are you doing?
And then take it away. I'll start and you can chime in when you got it, okay? Heard you got it?
Go.
hey, you're a rock star. What's this song that goes?
Oh. Can't hear that.
Keep going.
Here, I got you. Come on. Let me help you out. Here, what were you trying to do? Because this thing's obviously loose.
It's an idea that I had, and we're in the present now.
Oh, it looked like the mic wasn't going to help you.
And it's really all right.
What?
Here we go. And then-
Oh, I can plug it in with that cable. Hey, Anna, if you so desire, I can plug that directly into the speaker. Whoa. You have the ports installed directly into your spine, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, that's not for another 10 years. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if this works. All right. Will it work? Here, you.
Just hit play on it again. Down. Just hit play it again.
Let's see if this actually.
Still let it scream.
Yes.
Is it going?
It's okay if it doesn't work.
Is it on?
Is it going? Is it going? Is it going? Do you hear
Turn
it?
it up, Jim.
Do you hear
It's up all the way.
Oh, it is? Can you turn your volume on, Kelly?
I can tell you about it.
Yeah, this tells
Alright. That'll do.
So,
And action.
all right. So
Replicate it.
this one time I was driving around town, right? Beep, beep, and I got Jacob almost in the front seat in my mind. And we were just driving around, playing imagination with the cars. Go, woo! Okay, then you're like checking, then you're stopping, then you're shifting. And we taught him how to shift too. So that was like crazy through Napa Valley. And it felt like Fear and Loathing. And it's the book in reference, and plagiarism is a thing now. So the rainbow, where did we see a rainbow?
We saw 2 rainbows in the air.
In the air.
In the
Oh, good place for it.
Amazing.
How high were you?
Okay. One as a level released at 3 as melded gasm left me a wasted, rewound clockwise to the point that I had to deaden the sense to unearth the visions again. Eat, sleep, have visioned yesterday, onward back to midnight. Last morrow left here unweathered like a sphere. Craving structure, I crave. Structure has veins, woven blood under leftover consciousness wrapped in warped dinner plate, made of bath, calcified into salted caramels on calm wind, see the reef, made
Mode polar modal leftover polarivated size to excise me, Captain. Cuntitize me, Captain. No we foe. Reformed, working on it. Rewortheld back how I likes living in a view of my offended fear that fears self-fear. Working wrapped in wounded, needled, feeling Calvin against the garden in Vineyard Wayne Moonular Reforgetto, made in how I knew only. Yeah.
Makes me melted in fear, raw hell. Ever since I fixed this, it's been working very well. Typically a morning shy of Maxville juice on my capsule, a head full of heart, full of gut, into finding your mom's heart attacks into arrested, inanimate, realization, node contragent, fermenta, raise, may of bacon, now poppin' bacon, Norman of sulfite, 9 centibytes left max crescent. Name I'm Cornish acid Galfin forensic like Cornish chasm. Made you stray around the polis ages overblown.
B cough scar esophagus in exorcrisation triabrenyus. This is osophic function center highline cart modal mode osteoplast cell center baracula centaur Mercury fielded across cinnabar field outer fiber connection and taming great power full metal ego directed and wielded for extent of this presentation made body of all the blood vessels we have as an adult blooded through chalice enter capillary damaged blood vessels supply some stimulating and no death genesis thick fiber optics pineal warrior vamp not by choice but by exogenous hormonal constrictic ossification not able to define the stable on how he has develops and other way is bone forms in fetus beginning with E Dawit within chondrium cartilage replaced cartilage diagram heartilage along one's bones of the most body 3 months deepens form in condensed organized developing gift levels lift gavels dreamward into laughter bumbling laughter writhing and vibrating upward to surrounded on my own perioctic sound and bombination conjuring me a do one of my fuzzy screen learnt less life less serious laugh less lifeless calcs extradited mind Chondro slapped my astrocyte. Wizard like playful gods laugh from trends. Shape shift state.
Like lactating papers.
Lacking collapsing lactated papers. Dreaming oozing lords.
Forms calves when
eaten real estate. Laugh pointless blood. Formed cavity from me a nutrient. Proposing me, I am a bone tossel. I am an adulthood thicker than bone in life. Modaled throughout benodal loan for me a shun. Columns of matrix try-fuck me lymphatically inside the outside of the spongy void center remains spongy. Forming gently closed eyes, closing gently, eyes closed. Cool your eyes. Cyclone on structures, protecting brain for greater reflection and endopineal pinealation. Mezzanine future, roaming modal in fetal
You gotta skip the
stitches.
dictionary.
Everywhere you tell me, avoiding our duty, flying undercover, lone in the movie. Class of 3,003 people years. Over spongy growth in growing modal is gradually remodeled. Known diapsis, second diary center in my medial foremind under treat, midnight treat, craving structure, craving structure, this structure, I crave structure, I crave it structure, I crave structure in structure, I crave craving structure, I crave structure. So long way, too long, so long, guys, so too long, so bye.
Holy shit. I mean, woo! All right. Okay, that's the proper time. I don't know why it went off before. It was supposed to go off right then. It's because I'm starting to think now it's because fucking didn't save it when I changed it. Yeah.
You still like to see.
No, you don't. Yeah, you do. You see me right here. Hey, have you ever thought about what you sound like in a metal song? I feel like your poems would just sound like so fucking crazy. But then again, like, or like with some animation. So anyway, this has been page 2 poetry at the Cush Cafe. I once more would like to mention this film that I'm working on, along with Jeremy. Come on up here. Come up. He's actually helping me out with this. Yes, and I'm looking for 10 actors. I need 10. Yes.
You're one.
It is a psychological horror mindfuck film. It's called Desperation Valley.
That's what tonight was.
Sure. You know, I'm looking for people who are willing to, I don't know, help out, you know, maybe even help flesh out parts of the script if they're so inclined, you know. You guys are brilliant. I love y'all.
We have really good equipment, good audio, professional cameras, so we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, and by the way, if you were watching the second episode, that's right, there's 2 videos this week. Press the subscribe button right now, subscribe. I don't know where it is. Normally in those they have it somewhere, you know, just pretend. But seriously, subscribe, you know, this is the best in low quality video of local badass poets. You're gonna miss it if you don't subscribe. You're just gonna miss it. It's not. It'll be your last. You know. I mean, you can watch like fucking 10 Let's Plays. You know, or top 10 Let's Plays. Anyway, thank you all for coming out, and thank you for weathering the storm. It's foggy. It's cold. Be careful out there.
No.
Okay, be dangerous out there.
Yeah.
You know, make like Darkwing Duck. Let's get dangerous. Or some fucking Tailspin. No, not Tailspin, DuckTales.
Yeah.
Either way, Disney afternoon. I'm James Otter. I will see you in the audience, and you might see me on your screen.
Okay.